multi-year onslaught from the federal government.
Well, that's what I wanted to get at. That this is actually shrewd in the sense that it's an act of regulatory arbitrage. Let me explain what I mean. You are a nonprofit at Purdue, public university, okay? You're not subject to all the rules that the Obama administration imposed on for-profit, right? It's the student, it's the debt forgiveness rule, it's the gainful employment rule. That really limits their running room. By going to Purdue, they're all freed from that.
Yeah, you know, I've never thought that business form should be the test. To me, it's the results you're getting or not getting. There are a lot of nonprofits that are not getting nearly as good of results as Kaplan has been. But what you say is true. For whatever reasons, the federal government's focus was entirely on the proprietary sector. And, you know, even though that may not be the case in the new administration, the folks at Kaplan were pretty forthright in saying that they thought that they'd be better off partnered with a university like ours. And I do hope it has something to do, they sure say it does, with the quality that's always been associated with Purdue University and the standards we hold ourselves to.
Well, why does Purdue, and granted that quality and reputation, why does Purdue need an online presence to expand? You have what? How many students on campus? 40,000
on the main campus. 31,000 undergrads and 10,000 graduate students, and more at our regional campuses, which we've had for 6 decades.
Why the online expanded presence? Particularly because, look, I mean, you know, quality control is always an issue with managing any new acquisition.
2 main reasons. One, although a lot of people don't know this, we are a land grant school. We take that very seriously. Abe Lincoln and his allies put us there explicitly to democratize higher education, to open it up beyond the wealthy and the privileged. And in this era, when there are tens of millions of Americans who missed a chance at a post-secondary degree the first time around, we cannot honor that mission if we stop at age 22. So that's number one.
And you got to have these online students. A lot of them are full-time workers, so they're doing this at night. They're doing it on weekends. They're mid-career people.
Almost all of these are working adults. I gave you the demographics a little while ago. Those people will simply never be able to move for 4 years to a campus like ours, or even, except for those who happen to live close, to one of our regional campuses. So it's either go to an online platform or not serve them at all. And then the other thing, Paul, is I don't pretend to know the exact direction or trajectory of the online phenomenon, but I know it's not going to get any smaller. And I did not want my successor 10 years from now to look back and say, how could they miss this? What were they thinking? Why do we not have the ability to use these tools as well as anyone? And so that was the other part.
Well, you know, and being in the newspaper business, I can tell you, the internet has a big effect. And
yeah.
we're being disintermediated.
Well, it didn't escape our notice. And you know, internet has felt, but what sector did it?
But I know
we're different and we're bulletproof, and you know, I'm just not so sure.
So you think that the traditional 4-year college with tuition that is, you know, in some cases 50, 60,000, not at Purdue for in-state, but nonetheless it's high, that is going to be disintermediated, pardon the jargon phrase, just like a lot of other industries.
Yeah, we'll see. I still believe that there will be an important role for those residential institutions who can unimpeachably add value that can't be delivered at home. I like to talk to my friends at Purdue about the pajamas test. I say, you know, we've got to have features here. Direct contact with faculty and coaching. Participation in research would be another good example. Leadership opportunities that can't be delivered at home, because a lot of smart people are saying to folks, just sit home in your bathrobe. I'll bring the best teachers in the world to you. And I think to just be dismissive of that would be to invite the kind of difficulties that your industry and others have had.
Briefly, you're going to bring along the faculty on this, because there's some grousing.
Well, some, but you know, the faculty, we're now swarmed with faculty who have ideas of their own, who want to take part, who have a course they might like to put online. So as in anything, the questions that were asked were good questions. There are good answers to them. And if you were to survey our faculty as a whole, I think you'd find a lot of excitement about this.
All right. Thank you, Governor Daniels. Appreciate it. When we come back, as Amazon celebrates its 20th anniversary, look at